Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Central Hardin High School for tonight's 17th District's boys soccer action. Tonight has the 5 and 6 North Hardin Trojans coming to take on the 8 and 1 Central Hardin Bruins. We're going to turn it over to our PA announcer for tonight's starting lineup.
18, Jonathan Bell. Number 10, Vicente Garcia. Number 11, Cooper Gibson. Number 24, Bryson Harper. Number 20, Tristan James. Number 7, Ethan Moss. Number 4, Evan Strickland. Number 14, Alex Torres. Number 16, Caden Valencia. Sorry, Caden. And last but not least for your Trojans, number 23, Alex Williams. Your assistant coaches tonight for the Trojans is Lucas Futa-Ramsey, and your head coach for the Trojans, Joshua Stevens. Ladies and gentlemen, your starting 11 for your Central Hardin Bruins. In goal, number 1, Aiden Allen. Number 2, Sam Bryan. Number 3, Kate Stibner. Number 4, Peyton Bowers. Number 8, Carter Conley. Number 9, Ryder Bowman. Number 10, Nolan Thomas. Number 12, Micah Chenault. Number 16, Alex Lennon. Number 20, Andrew Richardson. And last but not least for your Bruins, number 23, Connor Hobbs.
So there we have our starting lineups again. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Special thanks to our live sports coverage sponsors, Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, eTownSelfStorage.com, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, eTown Exterminating, and the West Point Bank. Starters again for North Hardin: Evan Strickland, Ethan Moss, Vicente Garcia, Cooper Gibson, Alex Torres, Caden Valencia, Jonathan Bell, Tristan James, Alex Williams, Bryson Harper, and in goal tonight is Landon Harrell. For Central Hardin, Sam Bryan, Cade Badstibner, Peyton Bowers, Carter Conley, Ryder Bowman, Nolan Thomas, Micah Chenault, Alex Lennon, Andrew Richardson, Connor Hobbs, and in goal for the Bruins will be Aiden Allen. It is 2 40-minute halves with a running clock stopped only by the officials or a score. This is the first meeting of these two this season. North Hardin, again, 5 and 6 on the year, 3 and 1 in 17th district play, while the Bruins are 8 and 1 on the season, 3 and 0 in 17th district play. Central Hardin will have first touch tonight. Play this one back to Chenault. Come outside to Badstibner. Bowers now with it. He's going to get through all the way up to Hobbs. Hobbs on the outside. Bell there for North. Bell gets it. Turns it back. He's going to send it upside to get to Williams. It goes to Thomas for the Bruins. Trying to sneak it through there. James now with it. A little too heavy a touch. That goes out. Throw in Central. Badstibner comes to throw this one in. Actually, now it's going to be Hobbs to throw it in. Throw this one almost into the 6, headed straight up. Harrell comes out, punches it out. Lennon there to stop it. Gets it to Thomas near the middle of the field. Back outside to Lennon. Trying to chip that one in. Moss sends it the other way. Lennon again with it. He'll play that one back. Chenault going to send it outside, trying to get it to Bad Stivner. Williams there for North. To the outside for James. He's going to send this one forward, trying to get to Garcia. Bad Stivner knocks it out. Throw in Trojans. James quickly throwing that one in. Ryan now with it. Back to Chenault. Outside, Bad Stivner. Trying to get it to the middle. Moss is there. Now Bell with it. Play it over to Moss. He'll send it the other direction. Valencia played this one outside, trying to get that to Gibson on the far side. Valencia again with it. Again sends it down to the corner. Maybe a throw in for the Bruins. Richardson to trigger this one in. Into Bowman. Back to Richardson. Lennon will clear that one. Bowman able to keep it in on that far side. Comley played it back, and now they play it ahead. Hobbs beyond all the defenders. Into the box. Shot. Wide left. Goal kick for the Trojans. This is our first of 4 games this week. Tomorrow night's the same schools. It'll be in girls soccer, as we will call that, from North Hardin. Thursday night, we'll stay at North Hardin as Meade County travels to take on the Trojans in boys soccer. And then Friday night, Central Hardin will travel to Death Valley to take on Meade County. That one's scheduled to start at 7:30. Harrell's on the field. Garcia's going to head it out to his left. Richardson gets there first for the Bruins. Back over midfield. So send that one forward, trying to get it to Hobbs. A little surprised that wasn't called as a foul. I'd say it went over the inline and a goal kick for the Trojans. Bowers heads it back. Torres sends it the other way. Now Lennon pops it up in the air. That'll be cleared back up the field. Allen comes well out of his box. Sends that towards the middle. Lennon is there. Lennon going to send this one forward. Bryan chasing after. He'll get to it before it gets to the inline. James there for the Trojans. Chips this towards the top. That one stopped. Hobbs had taken a shot. That one played outside. Down into the corner. Comley with it. Back to Bowman. Now Lennon, he'll take a shot. That one knocked away. I believe that was by Harper. Garcia with it for North. Tries to get it outside. Bad Stivner actually going to play this one back to Allen. Valencia will play that one back to Bell. We're going to have a foul near midfield, and it'll be a free kick for North Hardin. Looks like Moss will take this one. For North Hardin, their next game is the game we will call on Thursday night, as they will host the Green Wave of Meade County. Moss sends this one towards the top of the box. Allen comes out, has his hands on it, able to get it punched away. Now he'll pick it up. There was going to be an offsides penalty. So it'll be a free kick from that spot. Allen lining up as if he'll take this one. Sends this one down the middle. Moss back there heads it. It's going to go out of the box to the far side. Hobbs chases after it. He's going to let it go, and that'll be a corner kick for the Bruins. Okay, Bad Stivner will come up to take this one. For Central Hardin, their next game will be this Thursday. They will host Kentucky Country Day.
Let's go, Bruins!
Scoreless here. Just 6 minutes into this match. Bad Stibner. Low one. Popped up actually off of Torres, the Trojan, and Harrell grabs it out of the air. He'll punt that one away. Richardson stops that one. Linden now with it to the outside. Bryan now with it. He's going to try to send this one down the middle. Bell got there for North. Williams into Valencia. Goes to the outside. That one a little too heavy. As Williams chasing over to it. Bad Stibner going to escort it out, and he'll throw it in. Quickly in to Bryan. That one back. Bowers will play this back to Chenault. Down the far side. Calmly trying to control it in there. Bowman now with it for the Bruins. Cross to Bryan. Bowman will send it to the outside. James gets it back for North now to Williams. Bowers for Central now back with it. Send it in a little too heavy a touch. As Harrell will come out and get to it before any Bruin can. Richardson again. We have a foul called. We have free kick for the Trojans. Moss comes to take this one. This one popped up near the right side. Headed towards the goal by Garcia. Allen will come out and pick it up before it gets anywhere near the goal. Rolls this one to Chenault. Trying to set it up the middle. Torres there for North Hardin. Soft touch trying to get it to Garcia. Ball back to the middle. Lennon now. Bad Stibner with it. Valencia for North with it. Back to Torres. He'll get it back to Harper. Valencia again with it. Now played back to Torres as well. Hobbs now with it for the Bruins. Bell gets it back for North. Again, possession going back and forth between the two teams. Bryan now with it near midfield. Conley sends it forward. Hobbs turns around. James chasing over for North, and it's going to be now Moss with it. And he'll send it back up the field for the Trojans. Garcia is there. Onside. Chenault in front of him. Lays it down. And Chenault does a good job, gets it back. James will keep it on this end for the Trojans. Played into Bowers. Bowers to the outside for Bryan. To the middle. Bowman now with it. That'll be a foul on the Trojans. Free kick for the Bruins. Quickly put down. Linden sends it forward. Hobbs has it. Going to try to get to the outside. Bell there for North, and have a offsides flag up on the other side. So offsides, it'll be a free kick for North. Moss to take this one. Just under 10 minutes into this match. Scoreless between the Trojans and the Bruins. Moss down the middle. Bryan with it for Central. Trying to get it to Comley on the outside. He's going to take it into the box. Leaves it off for Hobbs, and he was offsides. We'll get another free kick for North. Down the middle of the field to Hobson. Aiden Allen will pick that one up. Gonna throw it back to midfield. Got it to Thomas. Misplayed that one a little bit. Now Valencia with it for the Trojans. Strickland pops it high in the air. Chenault for Central there. Sends it back up, but James stops that one for the Trojans. Played back the other way. Goes off of Hobbs. James will let it land. Now pops it in the air himself. Bad Stibner heads it towards Bryan, who heads it towards the middle for Hobbs. Now Bowman with it for Central. He turns, going to fire it into the box. No one really making a run, and Harrell will pick that one up. That is a big kick from Harrell. Headed into the box. Chenault just escorts that over to Aiden Allen, and he'll send it back the other way. Strong kick from him as well. Ball at the top of the box, bounced around off of, couldn't tell if that was off a North or a Central player, but Harrell will pick it up. Back towards midfield. Have a foul on North, and it'll be a free kick for Central Hardin. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV, a division of Hardin County Schools. This one to the outside for Thomas. Turn, shot, saved by Harrell. I'd like to thank all of our sports sponsors. Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, eTownSelfStorage.com, Models Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, eTown Exterminating, and West Point Bank. That one goes out. Central Hardin, they're going to have subs coming in.
Number 13, Mason Yates. And number 22, Andreas Disselkamp.
Thomas sends that one out. It'll be a throw in for the Trojans. Strickland throws it in, trying to get it to Valencia. Comley. Now it's back to Bowman in the middle of the field. Plays it to the outside. Comley cross there, trying to get it to Disselkamp. That one knocked out by James. It'll be a corner kick for the Bruins. Cade Badstimner comes forward to take this one. Valencia heads that one out. Controlled still. Now Richardson shot. That goes over the crossbar. It'll be a goal kick for North Hardin. Central going to do their best to keep it on this end. Lennon now with it to Bowers. Forward. Yates with it. A diving save that time by Harrell. Yates not able to get a lot of it on it as Moss was right there for North. And Harrell will punt this one away. Badstimner heads it back near midfield. Torres there for North. Now Valencia with it. To the outside, trying to get it to Garcia. Badstimner there for Central. Goes off of him. Will be a throw in North. Looks like James will come up from the back to take this one. To get it into the box. Lennon there for Central. Back out. Disselkamp and James going after that possession. Disselkamp now with it. Bell gets it back for the Trojans. Back up their right side. That goes off Badstimner, throw in Trojans. Williams to throw this one in. Into Garcia. Oh, that'll be cleared by Lennon. It'll go out. It'll be a throw in North. Badstimmer will head this one near the middle. Lennon there for Central. Send out the other side. This one's probably going to get out before Comley can get there. Another throw in for the Trojans. 24-20 to go here in our first half. Scoreless between the Trojans and the Bruins. A foul there. Free kick for Central Hardin. Looks like it'll be Lennon to take this one. Conley with it, trying to head it over. Moss there for North. Conley keeps possession. Cross there off. Ooh, Harrell with a big one as it went off of Jonathan Bell, teammate. Harrell caught that with the very tips of his fingers. Good save. Lennon plays this one back to Chenault. To Bowers. Now Lennon. He'll go to the outside for Badstibner. Trying to get that to Thomas. To Bowers. Valencia gets there for North. Now Chenault will get it for the Bruins. He'll send it up their right side. Conley with a good run. Onto the outside. Takes it into the box. Crosses there. Trying to get it to Yates. Yates. Shot saved by Harrell. Rebound Disselkamp and goes into this. Went off of Harrell into the side net. And it will be a corner kick for Central Hardin. Harrell on back-to-back shots. Doing a good job. They had the save against Yates, the save against Disselkamp on the rebound. That sets up Nolan Thomas now to take the corner for the Bruins. Send this one shallow. Moss heads it out the other side. Yates there for the Bruins. He'll send it right back towards the goal. Shot goes off of James. Now Torres there for North. Hit this one high in the air. Played forward. Garcia and Badstibner chase after it. Chenault just running kind of interference all the way back. He'll turn and kick that one out. It'll be a throw-in for the Trojans. Williams to trigger this one in. Williams has possession. It's going to go off of Bowers. He has it down in the corner. Goes off of him. It'll be a throw in North Hardin. Williams again to throw this one in. To James. Gibson in the middle for North. Not able to really gather it in. Disselkamp for Central now with it as Williams there for North trying to get it back. Harper. Lennon pokes that one free and it'll go out. Yeah, looks like it'll be Torres to send this one in for North. Throws it in towards the middle. Richardson there for Central Hardin. Now Harper. Yates with it though for the Bruins. Out to Bowman. Outside for Comley. He's going to send this one forward. Moss already sprinting back as he'll let Harrell come and pick that one up. Sling it to the outside for Strickland. Moss will send that one back up the field now. Harper plays it to the middle. Torres there for North. Now it'll be Bell. They're going to have an offsides call on North Hardin, so it will be a free kick for the Bruins. Quickly playing this one forward to Bowers. Yates with it. Back to Bowman. He takes a shot. Goes off of a defender and up into Harrell's hands. Kind of off the side of the foot of Harrell. Not as much distance as he has been getting. Foul on North Hardin. Free kick for the Bruins. Looks like Chenault will take this one. A low line drive. Moss stops it. Falls right to Lennon. Take this out to the left. Able to keep it in. Tries to cross that one. Moss goes off of him. Badstibner there for Central to keep it on this end. Thomas down the middle of the field. Harper there for North. Turns, shot, that'll go wide right. It'll be a goal kick for North Hardin. Over halfway through this opening half of play, again scoreless between North Hardin and Central Hardin. Harrell will punt that one away. They'll go out. Throw in Central. Richardson quickly will throw this one into Chenault. Play it back to Allen. James for North. Sends it back the other way. Garcia going to be able to track this one down. Bowers comes over for Central. Cross. Allen comes out diving to get that one before it could get to any North Hardin players. Throws it out the other side. Conley. Sorry, that was Bowman on that side. Moss, now it's Conley for Central Hardin. Moss keeps possession though. Bowman comes into the middle. It's going to go into the box, but Harrell will get there first. Chenault will head this one over to Thomas. He and Torres going after possession. That looked like a punch was thrown. Comley playing this one forward. Trying to get it in. It's going to go off of Moss over the inline. That'll be another corner kick for the Bruins. And Cade Badstibner again comes forward to take this one.
Let's go, Bruins!
Badstibner about midway through. Headed by Thomas. Popped up off of Comley, goes over the goal, and it will be a goal kick for the Trojans. And the Bruins have had several chances tonight. Put one in the back of the net. Harrell standing tall so far. Bowman now with it. Sends it forward a little too heavy again of a touch. He's trying to get that one to Yates. Harrell with it. He'll sling it out to the side for James. James up to Williams. Back to James. He'll send this one forward. That one a little too heavy. Is Aiden Allen going to let it cross the inline, and it'll be a goal kick for Central. Sub coming in.
Coming in for your Bruins is number 2, Sam Ryan.
So he sent up the right side. Harrell going to come out of the box. Down to the other end. Thomas now with it for Central. Seeing Garcia go after. Garcia gets it back for the Trojans. Bowman there now for Central Hardin as Thomas comes back in. Bowman now going to send this one towards the middle, trying to get it to Yates. Yates with it. Moss there for North. And Strickland from behind gets it, and he'll send it back towards the middle of the field. Badstibner gets to it first for Central. To the outside for Disselkamp. Just pops it back towards the middle. And Disselkamp with possession. Trying to find some space. Shot. Save, Harrell. Bowers will play this one back to Chenault. Gibson chasing after for North. To the far side. Bowman now with it. Back to Thomas. Comley with it. That one gets poked away. That'll be played back. Allen coming out of the box again. Send this one high into the air. They were having offsides. That'll be a free kick for the Trojans. Moss will take this one. Comley outside to Bowman. Forward to Yates, back for Comley. One touches, gets it to Yates. Yates going to send this to Disselkamp. James comes out for the Trojans. Comley now with it, back for Yates. Bell closed that one out. It goes to the far side. Thomas will get to this one. Sends it down to the corner. Chasing after it is Bryan, able to keep it in on that far side. He'll send it in the box off of Moss. Harper tries to clear it out. Comley again with it outside and have a foul on Central, and it'll be a North Hardin free kick. Again, tomorrow it's Central Hardin and North Hardin squaring off in girls soccer. That'll be at North Hardin High School. Game time scheduled for 7:30. That goes all the way down and out. Throw in Central.
Coming in for the Trojans.
Subs in on both sides.
Miguel Garcia. And coming in for your Bruins is number 23, Connor Hobbs.
So down the middle. Moss going to get there for North. Hobbs there for Central. And that's going to be a corner kick for the Bruins. Again, Cade Badstibner comes to take this one. Badstibner trotting off. It's going to be Disselkamp to take this one. Disselkamp line drive. It goes all the way through and out the other side. And it probably didn't get 2 yards off the end line. I say it went off of a Trojan, so it'll be a corner kick. I say throw in for Central Hardin. Thomas with it. Back to Badstibner. Send this across the top. That one goes out. Throw in Central. Ooh, that one hit his own teammates. They're going to stop as that one hit Miguel Garcia in the face. They check on him. Might have hit his hand, put it up to block it. So Bowman lines this one up. One person wall. Chips this one towards the far side. It's going to come all the way down to Chenault. Try to pop it in there, and Harrell able to grab that one out. Moss will send this one outside to James. That's going to go out. We'll throw in Central. Badstibner to throw this one in. James comes back, sends it right back out. Fortunately for the ball boy on this side, it's all the way down to the other end of the field. Badstibner again to throw this one in. Throw it in the middle field for Thomas. Chips this one forward. Conley there. Back to Disselkamp. Disselkamp going to take a shot. That's going to sail wide and to the right. That'll be a goal kick for North Hardin. We're under 10 minutes to go here in this first half.
Is number 16, Alex Lennon.
So we chip towards the middle. Bell sends it back the other way. Now Torres with it. Comley back with it. He tries to get it forward. Hobbs is going to be there. Harrell coming out. Harrell will get to it first. Harrell will punt this one away. Come down near midfield. Valencia with it. That one poked away by Lennon. Hobbs now with it for Central. Plays it to Bowman. Bowman lines up, shot. Diving just wide left. That one did. Harrell did get a finger on it, and so it goes out, and it'll be a corner kick for the Bruins. Looks like it'll be Nolan Thomas come to take this one. Into the middle, headed. Harrell gets there, still there. Harrell with the save. I believe it was Comley in there. It had gone off him. He tried to turn around and kick it really quickly. Harrell stops it. High bounce. Chenault will just tap it to the outside. Bad Stibner. Back towards midfield. Comley. Now it'll be James for North. It goes off of him. Throw in Central. Bad Stibner with it. To Thomas. Gonna try to play this one to Mill. Unfortunately, no Bruins there. Moss sends it the other way. Gibson now plays it back for Harper. He's going to send it up. Chenault going to let to, and that was just outside of the box. And so Allen kicks it away. Williams to throw this one in. Headed back by Comley. Back to Williams. Now Harper with it. Trying to cross that one. Kick back out. James tries to keep it on this end. Comley back with it. Now it's Williams for North. To the middle. Moss has that one. Trying to get it forward for Miguel Garcia. Richardson back there. Garcia keeps possession. It comes in. That one Lennon kicks out. He goes off of North Hardin. With a throw in Central. Quick throw in. Trying to get it to Bowman. Comes back to Richardson. He's going to send it up the right side. Hobbs will hit it as Moss comes down, and he'll kick it out. It'll be a throw in for the Bruins. Just under 6 minutes to go here. Scoreless in the first half. Bowman with it towards the middle. Back to Lennon. To the outside for Bowers. Into the middle for Comley. Comley keeps it, going to turn it to the outside. Thomas down in the corner. We're going to have offsides. That'll be a free kick for North Hardin. Harrell will take this one. Played to the outside. Badstemer gets a foot on it. Bowers with it. He'll send it forward. I believe this one's going to get out. That'll be a throw in for the Trojans. That goes off of Williams. Badstemer quickly going to throw this one in towards the middle. Bowman now with it. Plays it back to Lennon. That one goes off Valencia to the outside. Miguel Garcia is going to send this one forward. Aiden Allen comes out of the box. Sends it back up. Richardson has it to Bowman. Bowers now play this one forward, but it's going to come to James. Sends it down the middle of the field, trying to get it to Gibson. Chenault gets it back for Central. To the right side. Trying to get it to Hobbs. Moss there for North. That gets poked out. It'll be a throw in Central. Hobbs to send this one in. Popped up in the air, out near the top of the box. Harper will send it back towards midfield. Bowers heads that one. Bad Stibner heads it, but it goes right to Williams. He's going to send this one forward. Gibson chasing after Lennon, closes out well. And that'll be kicked out, I believe, by Richardson. It goes over the end line, and that'll be a corner kick for North Hardin. This will be Caden Valencia to take this one. This one low, curving in, headed out. I believe that was by Bad Stibner. Comes all the way back. Torres now with it. He'll send it. It goes out and it'll be a throw in Central. Bad Stibner quickly to throw this one in. Off of Torres will be another throw in for the Bruins. 2:40 to go here in our first half. Bad Stibner into Thomas. He's going to send it across the field. Lennon will catch this one. Trying to get it to Bowman in the middle of the field. Moss sends it back to the outside for Miguel Garcia. And we'll have a foul on North Hardin, a free kick for the Bruins. Lennon will set this one up. It looks like it's going to be Chenault to take this one. Send this one towards the left side. Headed by Hobbs off the post. Shot by Thomas. Save by Harrell. Corner kick. 1:48 to go in the half. Thomas will take this one. It's first half. Landon Harrell has to be the player of the game for the Trojans. He's probably made 6 or 7 saves on the evening. Get down to 1:30. Thomas now triggers it in play. Send this one towards the opposite side. Headed towards the goal, and Harrell with another save. This one a little bit easier than his last couple. Gibson on the other end for North. Valencia now sitting right near midfield.
1 minute remaining.
Chenault will head that one back towards midfield. Bowman now with it. And try to send it up the right side. That's going to go out off the Trojans. Bowman quickly gets that one into Bryan. Ball to the outside. North Hardin will kick it out. 40 seconds to go. Bowman again to throw this one in. Actually, he's not. It's going to be Hobbs to trigger this one. They bring up all the defenders. Big throw in headed by Moss. Conley trying to keep it on offensive end. This one's going to come out. Richardson will gather this one in. 14 seconds to go. He's going to send it the other way, trying to send it in the box. Harrell comes out. He'll catch that one.
8, 7,
that should bring our first half
5,
to a close.
4, 3,
Kicks that one away. And that will do us. We are scoreless after 40 minutes between North Hardin and Central Hardin. This is a Hardin County educational and community television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Featuring BART, protect what matters most. BBTEL Stream, watch BBTEL, or watch TV from your BBTEL app. BBTEL Secure, a safer home awaits. BBTEL Blast, make the most of your Wi-Fi. Visit bbtel.com today. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results, with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, Bardstown, Brandenburg, and South Louisville. For more information, go online at physicaltherapyky.com. eTownSelfStorage.com, finally a place conveniently located in Elizabethtown for more than just your self-storage needs, featuring video surveillance and climate-controlled self-storage, but also storage for RVs and boats with electrical outlets in every spot to keep everything charged up and ready to go when you are. Go to eTownSelfStorage.com for more information. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for all your recycling needs. Located off I-65 at 311 Steel Drive in Elizabethtown, call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company. It's been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties and the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, termites, spiders, crickets, general pests, even moles, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Call 270-737-6900 or online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank, hometown bank you made simple. 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. West Point Bank, working better together. Online at westpointbank.com. We'll be right back after the halftime with second half action.
Hi, this is John White with HCEC-TV, and we're here with another sponsor, one of our great sponsors that we have for our high school sports action, that being Physical Therapy Associates and Whitney Ballou. Thank you for joining us today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
And thank Physical Therapy Associates for being such a long-time sponsor of our sporting events. It's really helpful and really nice that you do that.
We love our athletes, so.
And so you're a physical therapist, but talk about some of maybe the other staff that you have there at your locations.
Yeah, so E-Town is our biggest clinic. We currently have 6 clinics. I have been there for a little over 8 years now. We have had kind of a transition of some of our staff, but we've had a lot of the same people work for us for quite some time, which I think means a lot about the company.
Right.
We have a satellite branch of our Elizabethtown clinic where we have a therapist that treats women's health, which I know is a very hard thing to get into because there's not a lot of providers that offer that service.
Right.
So she stays pretty busy with that. We also have locations in Radcliffe, Meade County, and Brandenburg. And then we have Bardstown and Hodgenville, and we are adding a new location, Mount Washington, which we are hoping to have open at the beginning of the year if all goes well with construction. So brand new building.
That's really great. So I assume all the great services that you provide at your other locations
Yes.
will be available at this Mount Washington location as well.
Yes, and of course our turf is kind of our big thing that we have had at all of our locations if we can, at least in some form. Some are bigger than others. Our E-Town and our Bardstown turf areas are the biggest, but we utilize that turf for the majority of our patients from shoulders to knees to back. So, and of course during COVID it was nice because we had a lot of extra space for treating patients. But just from a standpoint of being able to spread out, do some running, jogging, throwing, depending on what the patient needs, we have space to do all of those things. So we utilize it all the time.
Good to hear that. So maybe briefly go over some of the wide range of different services that you offer, including we want to talk about vertigo, which I would never have thought about. That's something that you would go to a physical therapist to treat that problem. Maybe explain a little bit what I mean by vertigo, and then how you go about treating that.
So a lot of people actually don't know. You're not the only one. There are medications that sometimes get prescribed and can help. There are times that that's prescribed and it doesn't help, and sometimes people can't tolerate the medications, and so therapy is recommended at that point too. Vertigo is something where basically the room spins for the patient, and it has to do with some of the crystals aligning in our ears, which people don't think about having those in our ears. But if they're not aligned properly, that's what can set things off to spin. And so we've got some maneuvers that we can do to test for it. Now, there are people that sometimes think they have vertigo, and it's something completely different, and so sometimes we can't treat what they think is going on. But majority of the time, it's fairly accurate, and we've got some testing we can do to see if it's exactly what it is, and then we actually treat the same way typically. Some of the testing is some of the treatment for it too. It's rotating the head, having them change positions from sitting to laying down and then standing back up, just to get those things realigned. We've seen actually quite a bit of vertigo in the last probably 6 to 8 months. We've seen kind of an uptick, and it might just be more so people are more familiar with the therapy side of things with it. But we are predominantly a very heavy orthopedic clinic. We treat, a lot of people post-op, total knees, rotator cuffs, the general surgeries, but we treat a lot of neurological conditions too, back and neck nerve type pain. We treat balance issues that could or could not be caused by vertigo, and post-strokes and some other conditions there too, but we're pretty heavy on the orthopedic side, and with a lot of our athletes as well too. So that's where that turf really comes in handy.
Right. So I guess, I know a lot of facilities, like especially for soccer and football, they're going to more of like an artificial turf type of thing.
Right.
So, I mean, without being too judgmental, do you get more types of injuries from turf than you do from regular grass, or?
So there's actually a lot of talk of that in the major leagues, professional levels, all the way down to college and high school. I do think that there have been the turf does not move like the grass moves. And so I think that they've linked that to some ACL tears. Now around here, I'm not sure how much that has had a direct effect on our athletes. But I do think that there's a lot of conversation about that and if they can do anything different. There have also been some companies that have changed their cleats, so where the cleats move on the bottom, to try to help with that too. And us being a turf facility, it's kind of nice because if we have, we may have soccer players dribbling soccer balls while they're running. We may have some of our athletes just throwing and catching, doing some runs for football. We'll throw footballs, we'll throw softballs to them. But just for them to be able to get the feel for what that's like being on the artificial turf is nice for our athletes too, because the speed is very different going from grass to turf.
Oh, yeah.
So it's nice for them to have access to that too, and being able to get the real feel of things. But I would say there's definitely a link to it. I just am not sure what all the big dogs are saying with that. So, but it trickles down definitely to people around here too.
That's really interesting. So, like I said earlier, Physical Therapy Associates has been a long-term sponsor of our sporting events, and we were talking before that you even have a relative or two that are currently in high school sports here?
I do. So I come from a big Catholic family, and we have all grown up around here. Most of us went to Hardin County schools, which I still have a cousin there that's playing soccer. She's a senior this year, so it's the last year for her there. I also have her brother that's playing the boys' soccer side of things too, so he's a freshman. But I come from a big family around here, and most of us grew up playing sports from basketball to football to soccer. And so it's been nice to be able to help not just my people, my family, but all those that I got to grow up alongside too, because there's a lot of people that kind of became family along the way, and that's kind of how our patients feel to us too. So I feel like that's kind of branched out to, of course, E-Town Independent Schools, Hardin County Schools, and I'm sure it's the same for all of our other clinics in the other counties too. But we kind of have that family feel in our clinics, and so it's been nice to be able to take that to the schools, and whether or not they're directly related to us, some of them feel like family, and they'll send people to us just like they are too. And so it's really nice to have that connection with our patients to feel like that.
Great. And as I said, we here at HCEC-TV really appreciate Physical Therapy Associates helping us with our high school sports coverage. So, Whitney, as we wrap up here, let's repeat those different locations you have, including the new one that you're going to have.
Yes. So we have our main Elizabethtown clinic that is off of Woodland Drive. We have our satellite office that is off of Ring Road in the Central Medical Plaza. And then we have Ratcliffe, Bardstown, Hodgenville, Brandenburg, and Meade County. And then we also have the Mount Washington clinic that should open at the beginning of the year.
Great. So very convenient for wherever you live in this area. You should be pretty close to one of the locations.
Absolutely. And we all offer the same services, so we'll be able to take care of anybody.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Whitney, for joining us and for your for Physical Therapy Associates sponsorship of our athletic coverage.
We're glad to do it. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you. And okay, thank you for joining us. And let's return now back to some sporting action.
Welcome back to Central Hardin High School for tonight's 17th District Boys Soccer action. Our halftime score is 0-0 between North Hardin and Central Hardin. In that first person with several opportunities on the offensive end, but it was Landon Harrell, the keeper for the Trojans, making some really great stops. Some that were high, some that were on the ground. There was headers, there were rebounds. Did a very good job in goal. North Hardin has had a couple of chances on the offensive end, but just not as many as Central Hardin did. So we start the second half of play. North Hardin will have the first touch. Officials making sure everybody's ready. This one come all the way back to Moss for the Trojans. That one up the field, played back to the middle. Lennon touches it to the outside for Comley, back to Lennon. He goes outside to Badstibner. Just chips that one forward on the far side. Disselkamp, that one goes off of, I believe it was Valencia. Disselkamp again trying to get that one kicked away by Harper. Chenault will come back. We'll play this one back into the box to Allen. And Allen just sent it right back out to Chenault. Badstibner now with it on Central's left. That one gets away from Disselkamp. James will track this one down. He'll play it back in to Harrell. I just sent it up the middle of the field. Bowman had gotten there. Now the ball played back. Bowman hits that one off of Torres. Miguel Garcia heads that one out. It'll be a throw in Central. And they moved a little too far ahead. Sam Bryan was trying to throw that one in. So we'll have to back up and throw it in. It'll be Richardson now that will trigger this one in. So Richardson now throws it in to Bryan. Bowers has it, gets it back to Bowman. To Comley. Getting towards the top of the box, trying to find some room. Plays it back. Bowers now gives it right back to Bowman. Back to Lennon. He'll play it to the outside for Bryan. So send it down into the corner. And Lennon will cross from there off of a North Hardin Trojan, and Strickland will clear it out. Chenault will get this one. Goes to the outside to Badstibner. Sent across, we'll go all the way through. We'll have a foul, and it'll be a free kick for North Hardin. We thank our HCEC-TV student workers, Olive Robbins, Roxanne Golightly, Margaret Fisher, Isaac Mock, all under the direction of Mr. Jeremy Miller. Chenault will head that one straight up. Valencia heads it forward. It goes to Richardson. He'll kick it out. And I believe they're going to call a handball on Central. It'll be a free kick for the Trojans. About 30 yards out. Ethan Moss will line this one up for the Trojans. So it has a four-man wall. Hit this one high. Saved by Aiden Allen. A really good kick from Moss. That was going to go upper right hand, and just Allen reaching up, punching it over the goal. It will result in a corner kick. Valencia heads down into the corner to take this one. This one's in short side. Goes back out off the off the Bruins, throw in for the Trojans. James will come up to send this one in. Not sure they're gonna say it went off of Central Hardin. I think it was Richardson, Andrew Richardson, who went off of. Another corner kick for the Trojans. Valencia again down there. Take this one. So looking towards the short side. Bad Stibner there, stopped it right before it got to the goal. Knocks it out. It's going to come over near Disselkamp. He and Harper battling for it. That goes out off of Central. Throw in for North. That one goes. I believe that was a handball. That again will be a North Hardin free kick. So he's asked for 10. So he'll get 10 yards. Looks like this will be Torres to take this one. So into the middle, gets all the way through the box. There were a couple of Trojans, like they were trying to get that to head it. Goes out. I believe it went clean through. It will be Central Hardin ball. Richardson quickly going to throw this one in. Back to Chenault. Chenault will go to the other side to Bad Stibner. Comley there right near midfield, back to Bad Stibner. Now Bowers with it. He'll go back to Bad Stibner. Play towards the middle. Bell gets that one to Torres. He'll turn it to the outside. Comley there for Central. That goes out off of North. Throw in Central. Comley will lay this one down for Bad Stibner. Into Comley. Trying to get it to the middle. Harper out there for North. Sends it back out. And that'll go over the sideline and be a throw in for Central Hardin. Bad Stibner again to throw this one in. Again, a reminder, we're back on the air tomorrow night, 7:30. Exact same two teams. It will be at North Hardin, or same schools. It'll be girls soccer action. That one goes off Strickland and out. Throw in Central. Richardson will come up to throw this one in. Quickly gets it into Bowman. Back to Lennon. Back to Richardson. Again, Lennon with it. And going to have a stoppage there as Richardson got kicked pretty hard. That is going to be a yellow card issued to Miguel Garcia of North Hardin.
The officials has issued a yellow card to Trojan player number 22, Miguel Garcia.
Have the trainer come out. Again, for North Hardin, they're back in action on Thursday night as they will host Meade County. We will be there at North Hardin for that match. For Central Hardin, they're back in action on Thursday, right back here, as they will host KCD, Kentucky Country Day. For us here on HCEC-TV. Again, tomorrow night we're at Central Hardin for girls action. And then on Thursday we stay at North Hardin for boys action as Meade County comes to take on the Trojans. And then Friday night it'll be football from Death Valley in Meade County as the Central Hardin Bruins travel to take on the Green Wave. Coach Paul Gray will bring you all of that action. They're going to get Richardson up. Need some assistance off the field. Both teams did go back to their respective benches. Take a quick break. We have had heat this week, but not near the humidity that we've had the last couple of weeks. Temperature right now is 72 degrees. When we started, it was in the low to mid 80s. It will be a free kick for the Bruins when we come back to action. Both teams making their way back out onto the field.
Let's go, Bruins!
Chenault to kick this one. The clock will start 32:50. This one goes all the way into the box. Moss kicks it out. Calmly gathers it in for the Bruins. Now played forward. Bryan with it. Back. Valencia tried to get it, but Lennon gets it back for Central. He'll send it down to the corner. Bowers chasing after it. Or sorry, that was Bowman chasing after it. He's going to be able to chip it into the box. Bell heads it back. Lennon going to send it across. Bad Stibner now with it on the far side. Gets it to Disselkamp. Disselkamp is past one, trying to find some room. Shot saved by Harrell. And rebounded out. Bell there. As Bowers comes up for Central. That one sent forward. Valencia now has it. And he'll send it across for Jacobs. And all the way back as Yates was chasing after that one. Harrell will pick it up.
Keep it up, guys!
Harrell punts that one away. Strickland sends it near midfield. Bad Stibner there to Lennon. Now Bowers with it. Outside for Bad Stibner. Conley was sprinting down the middle, calling for it, not able to get to it. Disselkamp. And we'll see what the official says. Be a throw in for Central Hardin.
Garcia. And coming in for the Bruins is number 10, Nolan Thomas.
Bad Stibner to send this one in. Down at the end line, not able to handle that one, and it goes over, and it will be a goal kick for North Hardin. Just shy of 10 minutes into this second half, again scoreless between North Hardin and Central Hardin. Both teams have had goal opportunities here in this half, and both keepers, Landon Harrell for North, Aiden Allen for Central, have turned those opportunities away. It's going to be a foul and a free kick for Central. Bad Stibner will come back. Well, he sets it down. Looks like it's going to be Disselkamp to take this one.
Let's go, Bruins!
This one low, going left, right to Harrell. There are a couple of bounces. Harrell will punt this one away. Right at midfield. Valencia has it, trying to get it to Gibson. We'll have a foul there, and it'll be a free kick for the Trojans. Looks like Moss will take this one. Towards the left side of the box. Miguel Garcia down there. able to keep it in. Roberts had it for Central. Harper trying to keep it down there. Roberts again with it. It's going to go off a Trojan. It'll be a throw in. And Memphis Roberts will trigger this one in. Down to Conley. That's going to be a foul and a free kick for the Bruins. Now we have a stoppage. And that's going to be the second on Miguel Garcia, which results in a red.
The official has issued a yellow card to Trojan player number 22, Miguel Garcia. That is his second yellow card, first red card of the evening.
So with 28:35, Miguel Garcia picks up that second yellow, which is a red card. So going to be a free kick for Central, and they'll start the clock on the kick. Chenault to take this one. Chenault will send this one. It's going to come down near the top of the box. Big hop. Moss will head it back out. Gibson with it to the outside. Strickland now will send it forward. Chenault gathers it back in. Send it up the left side, trying to get it to Disselkamp. James out there for North. Comley now with it for Central. Trying to feed it in. He's got it to Thomas. Just kicks that one, and I believe that one went off. I'm going to say, okay, it did go off of North Hardin, so it will be a corner kick for the Bruins. Not sure if it's going to be Thomas or Disselkamp down in there. So they both head down there.
Let's go, Bruins!
They get in quickly to Disselkamp. Thomas sends that one in, sent back out by the Trojans. Disselkamp keeps it in trying to find some space, splits defenders. Moss is there. Disselkamp with it, now kicked away by Harper. Lennon will chase this one back and play it all the way back to Allen. Plays this one forward. Comley with it down in the corner. Strickland there for North. Cross. That goes off of Moss, and then it'll go over the inline and be a corner kick for Central Hardin. Usually Bad Stibner comes to take him in this corner as he trots up. This one low line drive that goes off Harper and over the inline. It'll be another corner kick for the Bruins. Bad Stibner quickly puts it down. Now he's going to play out near the top of the box. Goes through. Shot. Thomas off of Moss, and then it was James that actually kicked it off as Harrell had dove toward where the original trajectory of the shot was going to go. This one going to come down. Bad Stibner not able to keep it in, and it'll be a goal kick for the Trojans.
Coming in for the Trojans is number 10, Vicente Garcia.
And with the red card, North Hardin playing a man short. They just have 10 players on the field now. Bowers heads this one back. Chenault sends it to the outside for Disselkamp. Trying to get it. That's to Comley up there. They'll play it back. Comley with it. We will have a foul. It'll be a free kick for the Bruins. Again, it's Nolan Thomas and Max Disselkamp talking over where they're going to, what they're going to do with this. They've asked for 10. So the official will it's a 3-person wall. Just going to lay it off. Thomas, quick shot. And off and in as it went off of a Trojan defender, off of the right post and in. And I believe that is Nolan. Yeah, Nolan Thomas with the goal. 24-46 to go in the match. And it went off of a North Hardin defender, hit the right post, and goes into the goal for our first goal of the evening between these two teams. Harper with it. He'll play it to the outside. Thomas actually got to that one first. It goes to go over the in line. It'll be a goal kick for North Hardin.
That Bruin goal was by number 10, Nolan Thomas.
Harold to take this one. Knocked around, goes off of Strickland. Moss unable to handle it. Thomas getting there. Harrell comes out, dives, punches it forward. And a foul has been called on Harrell. And so, foul in the box results in a penalty kick. And it looks like it will be Nolan Thomas to take this one. Now Harrell has to stay on the line until the ball is touched. Shot, and it's in. And Nolan Thomas with goals 47 seconds apart. There's 23-59. As Thomas gets his second goal of the day on this PK. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, eTownSelfStorage.com, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, eTown Exterminating, and West Point Bank.
This second of the evening.
Had offside, so we'll reset. All the way back to Moss. Chenault now with it. We have offsides called, so it'll be a free kick for the Trojans. Moss going to send this one down the center of the field. Chenault back there. Now Lennon sends this one high in the air. Camp on the far outside. James there for North. That goes off of Central. Throw in Trojans. James will trigger this one in. Chenault will send it back out. James will throw this one in. Into Bell. Back for James. That was Chenault that headed that one. Bowman laid it back for Bowers. Now outside for Bad Stibner. Williams there for North. Chenault again with it. He'll play it out this side to Roberts. So try to send this one a little too heavy a touch, and that'll one hop and come to Harrell. Come all the way down. Chenault just will head it back to Aiden Allen. Chenault going to play this one forward. Moss back there for North. A foul on Central. Maybe a North Hardin free kick. Chenault will head that one out. Williams chases after. Bad Stibner gets there. That's going to go out. It'll be a throw in North. Tristan James again to throw this one in. Trying to get it to Garcia. We had a handball there, so it'll be a free kick. Central, they quickly send it out. Bryan now with it on Central's right. Bowers again with it. And North Hardin just playing with 10. So there was a red card after 2 yellows issued to Miguel Garcia. Cross shot, score! And Nolan Thomas with the hat trick. And what was a very close match for 65 minutes. Now in the matter of 4 minutes and 16 seconds, Central Hardin has put 3 in the back of the net. And Nolan Thomas with the hat trick. So Gibson will trigger this one in for the Trojans.
That third Bruin goal was by number 10, Nolan Thomas.
Thomas right back with
And
it
that is a
for
hat trick tonight.
the Bruins. Disselkamp now with it on the far side. Tagging in, back cross there. Strickland will send it back out. And that'll be a throw in for the Bruins. And looks like it's going to be Hobbs that'll come across to take this one. Into Disselkamp, back out to Hobbs. And that one goes out off of North, another throw in. Hobbs again to throw it in. Throw this one into Thomas near the middle of the field. Cross to Roberts. Roberts going to send it in. It's going to be headed by Moss. Elijah Mays in there. There's a foul, and it'll be a free kick for Central. So between Lennon and Thomas, who will take this one? Lennon has lined it up. Now Thomas will just play it to Bowers, trying to chip it forward for Chenault. Strickland there for North. They'll send it up North Hardin's left side. Aiden Allen will come over and get to this one. Keeps it in. They play it up to Roberts. 18 minutes to go here. A 3-0 game now. And goals coming between 24-46 as Harrell comes out, slides and gets that one. 24-46, 23-59, and we're going to have a stoppage. And a yellow card has been issued to Max Disselkamp.
The officials has issued a yellow card to Bruins player number 22, Andreas Disselkamp.
So, again, Nolan Thomas with a hat trick.
24-46,
23-59, and then 20-33.
Slow.
So Harrell will have it once they get everything marked. He should be able to punt this one away. This may play to the outside. Roberts will gather it in for the Bruins. Bell sends that one back out. Valencia now with it for the Trojans. Roberts closes out now. Mays with it. He'll lay it back to Roberts. Back outside to Mays. Strickland there for North. Gets it in. Shot. Into the middle. Oh, Thomas almost had his fourth goal. Just unable to get a clean foot on it. That one passed across. That'll go over the end line. Landon Jackson with the first pass that Thomas unable to get a good touch on. And then that last one trying to get it across. Bowers now with it for Central. Into the box. I believe that's going to go off of Bell, and it'll be a corner kick for the Bruins. Nolan Thomas will take this one.
Let's go, Bruins!
So hooking in, headed out of the box. It'll come to Jackson. Jackson turns, fires. That one goes off of Bell. And then that was Gibson that cleared that one out. Evans played it towards the middle. Now Harper will play it. Evans again there, trying to get that to Lennon. He'll play it back to Chenault. Harper going to head that one to the outside. Jackson will get to this one first for the Bruins. Now Lennon with it. Trying to get that one up. James got there. Now Moss will hit it toward North Hardin right side. Evans touches that one. It goes out off of a Trojan. It'll be a Central Hardin throw in. Under 15 minutes to go here in the match. Lennon now. James will send that one back up the middle of the field. Valencia now with it. Roberts misplays that one. He'll be able to track it down though. Gets it to the outside for Jackson. to Aiden Allen. Send this one down the middle of the field. Hobbs heads it forward. It's going to go to Strickland. Actually, he'll just let it go back to Harrell. Valencia with it. Trying to get forward for Moss. Chenault gets that one out. Now Evans goes off the side of his foot and goes out to be a throw in Trojans. James will throw this one in. Went into Moss. Tried to send it in. No one was making a run. It goes over the inline, and that's a goal kick. Subs coming in.
For the Bruins is number 11, Devin Bogan, and number 5, Edgar Rodriguez.
Allen will send this one out to Central's left. This one trying to get this one forward to Bogan. Harrell will get there first. This one comes to Valencia. Trying to find some space. Lennon going to send this one forward. Jackson chasing after it. Harrell will come out, and Harrell will get to that one first. Strickland plays that one to the middle. Actually goes off of Bogan right back to Strickland. Forward trying to get to Moss. Chenault clears that one out. I thought it went off of a Trojan. I'm going to say it did. It'll be a Central hard throw in. Edgar Rodriguez to trigger this one in. Gibson with it for North to Strickland. He'll send this one forward. Chenault sends it right back. Harper and Mays going after this one. Harper had it. Trying to find someone to get it to. Rodriguez will track this one down. He's going to kick that one out, and it'll be a throw in for the Trojans. It's like Williams will send this one in. Throw in North. Williams again to throw this one in. Harper now with it. Back to Strickland. He's going to send it across, trying to get to Bell. Thomas now with it for Central. As Jackson starts a run down the right side. The ball will come to him. Strickland there for North. Top of the box. Lays it in, trying to lay it off. Shot and score by Bogan. It's Devin Bogan. Oh, no goal. As there's offsides called on Central Hardin. So it'll be a free kick for North Hardin. That went up to Moss. That'll be a foul. And a stoppage, and I believe that's going to be a yellow card issued to Nolan Thomas.
Yellow card to Bruins player number 10, Nolan Thomas.
Down to 10 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the match. And North Hardin, Central Hardin on top 3-0. All 3 goals tonight scored by Nolan Thomas. 24:46 to go in the match. Then a PK just 47 seconds later. 23:59 to go. And then with 20:33 to go, he knocked in his 3rd goal of the night.
Coming in for the Bruins is number 25, Dylan Hernandez.
So he sent all the way to Aiden Allen. He'll throw this one out to the far side. Evans with it. Sending this one forward. I believe it's going to be a little too heavy of a touch. And it goes over the end line, and it'll be a goal kick for North Hardin.
Ladies and gentlemen, just a heads up. All the hot food at concessions is 50% off. That is the hamburgers and hot dogs. Now don't go stampeding like Buffalo.
James with that one for North. He sends it out. Be a throw in Central. I believe this will be Evans on the far side. So it's going to be a throw in North. James will go over and gather this one up. That one goes out off of North. Throw in Central. More subs coming into the game. Several clean jerseys in for the Bruins. So this one into Mays. Chips it into the box.
77, O'Seal Cruz.
So now that will be sent out by Bowman out to Cruz. Trying to get it forward. Knocked in. Bogan with it on his foot into the box. Harrell comes out. Shot. Devin Bogan this time with the goal. With 7:46 to go in the match. This is a Hardin County Educational Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, eTownSelfStorage.com, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, eTown Exterminating, and West Point Bank.
That goal was by number 11, Devin Bogan.
Also, I want to thank all of our student workers: Olive Robbins, Roxanne Golightly, Margaret Fisher, and Isaac Mock. So come outside to Cruz. Try to get it in. Harper got to that one first. Cruz gets it back. Dumps this one off to Bogan. Ball knocked around. Now Harper with it. He'll send it up the field. Bowman stops that one. He'll send it to the outside, trying to get to Evans. Cruz to Mays. Trying to get it back to Cruz, just off his foot. Now Harper with it for North. That one goes off of Bogan, but goes right to Harrell. Under 7 minutes to go. Evans chasing after this one, going to play it back to Allen. He'll send it back up the far side. Hernandez plays that one back outside, a little too heavy. And throw in North Hardin. James to throw this one in. Prindle with it on the far side as Bell gets it back for North. Evans back outside. Sitting in. Bogan off of him. It's going to fall to Cruz. Cruz is going to take the left foot shot, and it's in.
It's a Bruins goal.
So it'll be North Hardin ball. As OC Cruz has scored the last goal, 6:03. Harrell will send that one down, and Chenault will just escort it to Aiden Allen. Bowman with it. He's going to chip this one forward into the box. I think that's Valencia that is back in goal now for the Trojans. They announced that it was Torres, but it is not Torres. Strickland knocks it out. Bowman will play this one to the outside for Cruz. Oh, that's going to be inside the, I believe it was inside the box. I think I say he's just outside of the box. So it'll be a free kick for the Bruins from there.
5 minutes remaining.
.444 to go in the match. And they quickly send it in. Chenault with it, shot, and it's good. They just did a short pass and none of the North Hardin defenders ready. Chenault gets the score.
That Bruin goal was by number 12, Micah Chenault.
This one knocked around. Torres sends that one out. Strickland with it. I believe we're going to have a yellow issued to Strickland. So it'll be a free kick again for the Bruins.
The officials have issued a yellow card to Trojans player number 4, Evan Strickland.
Bowman is lined up to take this one.
Coming in for the Trojans is number 16, Caden Valencia.
Bowman lays it off. Chenault takes the shot. Goes off of Moss. And we'll go over the end line. It'll be a goal kick for the Trojans. Actually, the keeper now for North Hardin is Cooper Gibson. We're at 4 minutes to go in the match. Hernandez sends that one to the outside. A foul, and it'll be a free kick for the Bruins. Looks like Aiden Allen will take this one. Come down near the top of the box. Moss will send it near the middle of the field. Bowman gets it back, trying to find some space. He'll take a shot, and it's in. Ryder Bowman with the 7th goal of the night for the Bruins.
That Bruin goal was by number 9, Ryder.
Makes it 7-0. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Special thanks to our live sports coverage sponsors: Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, eTownSelfStorage.com, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, eTown Exterminating, and West Point Bank. So we pop to the outside. I apologize, I do not have a 30 on my roster. And there's a goal. Oh, there was an offside, so not a goal. So it will be a free kick for the Trojans. Under 2 minutes to go. Played back, Bowman with it. He'll play it back to Chenault. Shot, and it's in. That one from Evan Kimberlane, and that will actually do it as the mercy rule is in effect. Evan Kimberlane. So Central Hardin improving to 9-1 on the season, 4-0 in 17th district play. And this is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. eTownSelfStorage.com, finally a place conveniently located in Elizabethtown for more than just your self-storage needs. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. eTown Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company that's been serving the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. I'd like to thank all of our workers again tonight. Tomorrow night we're back on the air. We'll be at North Hardin High School as North Hardin will host Central Hardin in girls 17th District Soccer. For all of us here at HCEC-TV, I'm Bobby Thompson saying so long and good night.